Hail, bird of prey. 5. Hail, Karuga.
Kapla!
Kapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Kiroga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's gonna be under one roof. You're gonna run it like a business. And that means you're gonna make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird o' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird o' Prey 5. Cuplaw. Oh man. It has been a rough weekend. Guys, gals, friends, Karogans, countrymen, lend me your legs. No, your ears. No, your teeth. No. I need an entire replacement body. I will put my brain inside the body of a willing or deserving Karogan, willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for their dear leader. LDG, you can skip. Yeah, you can skip this. Anyone else willing to volunteer a good body, please put a type body in the chat. It will be a legally binding contract. Thank you. Yeah, so okay, guys. I was a bit more optimistic on Friday than I am today. We've had a couple of setbacks. Mostly one. My wisdom tooth chipped or cracked or something, and I've got to get it removed, and it's an extremely hard thing to do when dentists can't take you in the dentist office because they don't see people that come by ambulance. Even dentists whose offices are inside of hospitals apparently do not see patients that come by ambulance. So we are trying to figure that out at the moment. If it's not one thing, it is another. So crazy. You would think there would be a place, an emergency, a hospital, somewhere to get emergency dentistry for people in my condition, but it is not. so far, nobody really has an idea. One dentist who did remove molars, extract molars from my mouth before at home, we're going to try them again. Although this dentist, I could have sworn, said that they did not do wisdom teeth. We'll see. I have an appointment for them on Friday. I can't imagine that I'll still be around with this by Friday, but it's kind of a last resort. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I really hope we find somebody available sooner. They don't seem to understand that when you say I have an emergency, like, oh, can you come Friday? Well, no, emergency means like come today, tomorrow, or what? We got to deal with this sooner. And they're like, oh no, that is the emergency. If it wasn't an emergency, it wouldn't be for another month. Anyway, I'm sorry. I know you guys don't come here to hear me bitch. Well, maybe some of you do, but usually it's bitch about more interesting things. Like when I was in the hospital and I was paying for a phone plan, phone and television. You know, you go to the hospital, it's hundreds, if not thousands of dollars that gets charged to your insurance. And you've still got to pay out of your own pocket for television and phone. And they realize everybody brings cell phones, so they stop letting you pay separately, because nobody would pay for telephone in the hospital if you could. So like when, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, if you went to the hospital, you paid like $10 for telephone and $10 for TV, or probably $5 for phone, $5 for TV. But then when everybody started bringing cell phones, they were like, well, shit, we'll just charge $9.99 for both and not give people the option. So they're like, oh, you saved 1 cent by buying the bulk. So fine. So I have to pay $11.99 now for phone and TV when I only need the TV, really. So I was like, fine, well, if I'm going to pay for phone, I might as well at least use it. And so I'm in 516 area code, which is Nassau County, Long Island. And I want to call my cell phone, which is Westchester County, New York. Literally, you can see Westchester County from across the water of Long Island Sound. And it's not far. This is literally, I mean, I don't know that I could swim it, but I'm sure somebody out there could swim it between Westchester and Nassau County. And I called and I kept getting an error, and I had to call an operator, and they finally said, well, oh, Kissing Dax, John Araki, $1 super chat, Kissing Dax. Thank you, John Araki. It's your lucky day. It's our lucky day. Anyway, so they're like, yeah, 914, that's not a local phone number. Like, are you serious? That the only way I could dial was a local number. I couldn't dial my own cell phone to check my own voicemails or call anybody in 914 from a phone plan that was costing me, granted it was combined with like 20 cable channels, but phone and TV for $12 a day, $11.99 a day. And I couldn't dial a 914 number from 516. I don't even know if I could dial. I don't think I could dial 718 either. And it was only local, only 516 numbers. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, things, I'm sorry. I was doing better on Friday than I am today. It's going to be a very busy week. I have doctors on Tuesday, on Wednesday. I've got, like I said, I've got the dentist scheduled on Friday, although I don't know if I'll still, hopefully there's some other means we have before that. So I don't know what'll be going on this week. I wanted to, and I was late because we had to do some stuff. So I was late streaming today. So that's what's going on with me. Last Son of K was first in the chat. Says, Kafla Bird, hail to you and your family. Prayers and best wishes for all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Last Son of K. Who also says, hail to the chat. Jedi Bill says, Kafla, brother warrior. Bird of Prey, all should hail. Karoga, thank you, Jedi Bill. The Random Menace is greetings from the future. Bed life is being served. Yeah, it is, Random Menace, and I hope you enjoy it, because I know it's not optimistic as, And Mama Pray reminds us it's getting close to August. How is Erica? Indeed. They're getting the countdown to being a daddy. It's coming quickly. And Job Waves, aka LDG. Welcome, LDG. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Josh Street says, Bird is back again. Tell a friend. Guest back. Bird is back. Thank you, Josh Street. And Pop Culture Curator says, hello, guys. Kapla Bird. Hope you're doing well. I've been doing better, Pop, but don't worry. Don't worry. Miss Lundell's Groovy Movie says, Kapla, Kapla, Mr. Lundell. And LDG says, new Futurama is 10 out of 10. I guess you watched a different episode than I did, because what I watched was boring, and I actually fell asleep. I dozed off. It wasn't terrible, but it was no 10 out of 10. Josh Reed says, so this is Bird streaming his live review of Futurama. No, it's not a live review of Futurama. I would say if it was a live review of Futurama, I'd say the episode was meh. I had hoped for more. For 10 years back, it was adequate at best. Gorilla's Random Thought says, Kapla all, Kapla Gorilla. Murder Hornet is here. Kapla Ola. Ola Murder Hornet. Gorilla says, you don't want my teeth. Fair enough. Yvette, good morning, Yvette. Good evening, Yvette. Says, good evening, Bird and everyone. And FASA fan donated $2 through Super Chat and gotta see Dax again. Unfortunately, FASA fan it's a fake. It would have been nice. So to the lovely Yvette. Good evening, Bird and everyone. Good evening to the lovely Yvette. And Pop Culture Curator says, what if Peter Dinklage offers his body? No, thank you. No, thank you. Talented man, but I don't think I could get used to the perspective change. You know what? Who am I kidding? You know what? If he does, I take it. Better to be able to walk and be only what, 3 feet tall than not be able to walk at all. Although I imagine his body has been well abused, but beggars can't be choosers. Josh reads, his bird is wanting to pull a Hermes Conrad. Yes. What we got? Sean PRK, formerly Moxley, says, Bird, Kapla Bird, hope you and the family are doing well today. How are you feeling, Bird? Sean, I'm not feeling great. It is it's a tough day, tough week after a tough weekend, and yeah. Let's see. And the chat jumped. Give me a second. Sean says, I had 3 wisdom teeth removed. That was a long time ago. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. At the same time, I had all my wisdom teeth. They had all come in well. And unfortunately, this one kind of broke apart. The dentist had done some fillings to it previously, and I don't know, the fillings, I guess, didn't help, got worse, things, whatever, and the tooth kept decaying. So Stanley says, do they know what emergency means? Yeah, I know. Stanley says, Friday sounds like booking an appointment. Indeed. Josh reads, vertebrae, just hope you don't have to have your wisdom teeth cut out. No, I do. They're going to need to pull them out. They're going to need, whether they cut them out or they pull them out. Huh? One, yeah, it's just one. It's just one. There is Wi-Fi, Stanley. There is Wi-Fi, but it's still, I wanted, okay, when you're in the hospital, you use the hospital phone to get food, to order lunch or dinner or breakfast. Like every meal, I don't understand how they have it, how it's even possible. But apparently, any meal you want, you got to call it in. Like they don't just send you breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You've got to call in what you want for every meal. And you have to do that using the hospital phone. So as long as I'm going to be using the hospital phone anyway, I thought it wouldn't be nice to have a temporary phone to use for whatever reasons while I was in the hospital. But no, paying for a phone, I really can't use. And basically, you have to pay for the phone if you want the TV. Last Son of K says, I must be an oddball. I'm 52 and still have all 4 wisdom teeth, my tonsils, and my adenoids.
It's a fake.
Fossa fan with another $2 super chat says, roll damn bones, $2 on Dax. Again, it's a fake. It's a fake. I'm so sorry, Fossa fan. Last Son of K, up until a couple of years ago, I thought I was odd too, getting all my wisdom teeth without issues. But yes, Stanley, they force you. They don't force you to pay for the TV and phone. But if you want the TV or the phone, you have to pay for both. You have to pay for both. So I could just sit there in my room, I guess, playing on my cell phone and never turn on the TV. But that's not the way I do things. I need some TV. So you can't just get the TV. You got to get both. What, Mom Frank?
Get one of the staff members to call in the food order.
Oh, yeah. Then you got to get a staff member to call in a food order. No, I think I could probably use the internal extensions if I didn't, even if I didn't have the phone plan. Words and Pictures is Kapla Bird. I come here because I like you. Thank you for sharing with us. Well, if you just want to hear sharing stories, then that I can do. That I can do. And Captain Fandom Nerd with a $2 super chat says, here's to Mamo Pray. Thank you, Captain. Gorilla says, Bird, we care about you, and you have our ears, or at least mine if you need to bitch about anything. Thank you, Gorilla. Pleasant Valley Picker, CA says, Kapla. Kapla, Pleasant Valley Picker. Stanley says, figures you could even do without the TV. Just watch YouTube. And Captain Phantom Nerd with the $2 Kissing Dax. Here's the Mamo Pray was Kissing Dax. Thank you again, Captain Phantom Nerd. And the whole world thanks you. As for Stanley says, figure you could do even without the TV. Just watch YouTube. But then my battery goes dead. And, you know, if I'm trying to talk to somebody on the phone, I can't watch YouTube at the same time. There's just, it's so much easier to have a TV channel on. Really, I want to watch the news in the morning, have some idea what's going on, what the weather's going to be. And granted, I guess I could just pull up a weather report, but I like watching. I like keeping TV on in the background. Stanley says, do the TVs at least have AirPlay, or are they CRTs on those brackets? They're not CRTs. They are flat panels, but no AirPlay. And even they're wide panel displays, but for whatever reason, they're showing the signal is off. That even though they're wide panel, for whatever reason, there's like a black letter box, and it's a 4:3 picture stretched. I have no idea why. Pleasant Valley Picker says, yes, think we pay for TV here too. Still, since we pay nothing for our basic medical care,
negative at this time.
It's not that big a deal. Well, I suppose not. Fassa Fan with another $2 super chat says, no whammies, and Dax. And got a eyebrow Dax. Eyebrow Dax. So you did get Dax. John Araki says, booyah. He saw, he heard the Dax. Pleasant Valley Picker says, pay for TV in hospital. Yes, I understand. Stan Lee says, 914 represent. Does 911 work in the hospital? Actually, it does not. You've got to get an outside line. So you got to go to the operator. You can't just dial 911. John Street says John Araki kissing Dax celebrations. Stanley wonders what happens if you call 911 from in a hospital. Well, if you call 911 in a hospital, same thing that happens when you call 911 from anywhere. They pick up and they ask for your address. Like, damn it, bitch, you should know my address. Why should I have to give it to you? Come on, time is of the essence. No, they ask name and location and emergency. And then they get angry when they're like, is this fire or EMT or police? Well, I don't know. Send everybody. It's a fucking emergency. Pleasant Valley Pickers says phones are a pain. My cell phone died, as well as the battery seemed to blow up and split my damn phone open. Oof. Sorry to hear. Stanley says you just set a string around the bad tooth, then tie the other end to a doorknob. I've heard people claim that, but that would mean that the tooth was strong enough to be pulled out, where I'm not sure this is. Truth be told, there's not a whole lot of tooth left above the gum line. Miranda Menace says, I just read an article about new medications, Metabins, for teeth growth being tested on mice and rats, with human tests starting soon. Oof. I don't want to be in a test. Pleasant Valley Picker, Canada says, so I haven't paid my phone bill, and they said they'd cancel it today, and I'm good with that. Last on the case says, yes, hope everything is going well with the pregnancy. The Random Menace. Random Menace says, anyway, you should really think about getting a new body or ask LDG if he has an idea to upload you into the cloud. No thanks. Pleasant Valley Picker says, I'd rather just pay to end the contract, as they are a crap company to deal with. And Captain Fandom Nerd says, hello. Hello, Captain. Stanley says, do they at least have decent TVs these days? Are they 55-inch 4Ks? No way. No, I think they were probably 30-inch, 30, maybe 32-inch. And I don't think they were 4K. In fact, I know they're not. I don't even think they were 1080. They were probably 720. Last on the case as we come for the bird rants, Mama Prey Tales. Some are here for Sis. I'll let you guess on that one. Stanley says they don't pay for HD. Pillar boxed ST. Yes. Pillar boxed SD. Substance D says kapla, Substance D. And Fasafan is yaying. At least it was a Dax. Last on the cases, there's a funny gag about string pulling a tooth in the Santa Claus 2. Gorilla says they made a law requiring 911 calls to go through after a woman died because her 4-year-old didn't understand to call a number outside of a hotel. You had to dial 9 first. So it'd be 9911 instead of 911. Funny thing, Nephew O'Prey has got it through him that he likes to dial 911. Yeah. Yep. He's like, it's an emergency. He calls 911. This is an emergency. Sissopre has had the police show up to her house because nephew Opre got to the phone. Gorilla says they made a law. Yeah, I just read that. Random Man says, I do not think you would like to get an emergency tooth removal by the firemen, so be rather specific when dialing 911. Pleasant Valley Picker says, remember having wisdom teeth pulled. No way a string on a door would do that. The dentist took like 15 minutes per tooth. The dentist told me I had deep roots on teeth. Lucky me. Yeah, that's what happened with my non-wisdom tooth. It took quite a while for the dentist to wrestle it out. And I thought I heard her say that she would not be able to do my wisdom teeth, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure now. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let's head on over to Wordle. It's Wordle time, but we've updated our terms. Yeah, okay, whatever. Play. So somebody wants to put in a 5-letter word for Wordle. Pleasant Valley Picker says, yeah, not fun to have teeth pulled. To be honest, I won't say it was fun. It's not fun. But in the scheme of things, the last tooth I had pulled, which granted wasn't a wisdom tooth, but it was a molar, but with a double root. A triple root, something crazy, but whatever. It wasn't the end of the world. It was so much easier once it was done that I really didn't mind it. Point, says the Random Menace. P-O-I-N-T. And of course, all we got is the O. And Gorilla's Random Thoughts says Ouija. But we already have the O in the right spot. So, last on the case is many firefighters in the U.S. also have paramedic training. So a fireman might be able to remove that tooth.
Scanning.
And Resolute Germ says Dover. D-O-V-E-R. Well, we could try Dover. All the other letters are there. And nope. So another word with just the O. Okay. Let's see. M-O. M-O. I don't know. Do you think they reused M 3 times? I feel like that's going to throw. We're going to throw this word away. Yeah. Oh, well, at least we got the Y. At least we got the Y. Let's see. Okay, we know the 2 vowels. Let's try to waste some letters. A, I, F, A, U, L. We already used T.
It's a fake.
Jedi Bill with $1.50 super chat. It's a fake. And Arabic Sonder with $1 super chat. Thank you, Arabic Sonder. Thank you, Jedi Bill. Bulky says Random Menace. That was a okay. Hobby. There it is. There it is. Well, I guess that was fair enough. I mean, I got some help, but I would say, you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay with this. LDG says he got Wordle in 3. Wordle in 3. Joseph Dredd, fake. Andy Garcia, it's a fake. Indeed. Indeed. Words and Pictures says, oh, no, no. Oh, no, N. Yeah, no N. But we got it. We got hobby. Okay. Let's see, what's the day for today? What are our national holidays?
Indications negative at this time.
Jedi Bill with another $1.50 super chat and another eyebrow Dax. Thank you, Jedi Bill. It's National Cousins Day. The perfect day to send some love to those family members we call cousins. National Tequila Day. International Self-Care Day. As the foundation of wellness, self-care is emphasized and prioritized on International Self-Care Day. Well, shit. I'm doing a shitty job of self-care. Hey, it's National Amelia Earhart Day.
All right.
And Kissing Dax. LDG, free the net, gives a $2 super chat. And says, nice bag of Cheetos there, Bird. Well, and got Kissing Dax. So thank you there, LDG, at hashtag free the net for the Kissing Dax. It is not Marry Your Cousin Day. That is a separate day. Passive Fan with another $2 super chat says, I'll see your eyebrow and raise you a Dax. I hope it works that way. I hope it works that day. It's also today, and it does. Passive Fan with Kissing Dax. Raised and beat. Well done, Passive Fan. Well done. So today, July 24th, It is also a national day of motoring, not motor boating, motoring. Vroom, vroom, take your Vinny for a drive and bask in the beauty of the open road. Somebody should have like a Jeep, not a Mini Cooper. National Marine Week. That looks like my screensaver. National Drive-Through Day.
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
The tooth is out there. $5 super chat says
Who's been holding
hopefully
up the damn elevator?
very soon. $5 donation, excuse me. And number 205 donated $1.49 and says, I will not give the right answer. It would not be fun. However, I will always start with point, swear, bulky to eliminate all vowels and 15 letters in total. Well done. A peek behind the veil of 205 playing Wordle. So National Drive-Through Day, National Marine Week, and National Tell an Old Joke Day. Jog your memory about all the old jokes you know and let them rip. It's National Thermal Engineer Day. Thermal energy is all around us. It is indeed. Pioneer Day. Celebrate Pioneer Day by learning about history related to it and much more. So you know how to celebrate Pioneer Day. We should we'll play a round of Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail for Pioneer Day. Samaritan's Awareness Day. And Simon Bolivar's birthday. So it's an interesting group of days tonight. Random Thoughts says, are we supposed to be cousin humpers? That's between you and your cousins. Life with Matthew says, sup, Birdo Prey 5 in chat. Kapla Life with Matthew. Jedi Bill says, damn it, I feel so jaded. Son of a bitch. One of the oral surgeons I was looking up had a website, and a section of their website said, hello world. So I clicked on it, anxiously thinking maybe this oral surgeon and I shared something, a love or something in common, only to find out it was just a placeholder. There was nothing there, no content, just a placeholder by the software package. It is not Marry Your Third Cousin Day. Last on the case is National Marry Your Third Cousin Day in a drive-through chapel. Well, probably closer to that. Random Menace's Life with Matthew. Good to see you, fellow human. Jedi Bill says, hey, LDG, can your AI figure out how to get the kissing Dax? It can't because it's random. There's no secret. But if it does, I would be most interested to learn its secret. Sure. Let's see. There is but one. There is one Dear Bop. So let's just clear it out while we can. Dear Bop, if you had to eat anything from fantasy, what would it be and what show? A good question. I'm not a big sweets fan, but I've always been jealous at just how much Homer Simpson loves his strawberry donuts or his pink frosted donuts, which if you're a human being in 2023, that means it's a strawberry frosted donut from someplace like Dunkin' Donuts. It's the only place I've seen the pink donuts. The truth is, I've had my fair share now of pink donuts because Homer Simpson seemed to enjoy them so much. But if I had to get something from any show, I suppose that would be my go-to. I can't really think of anyone else who has had, something that's not quite normal. So that's an easy answer. If you want more fancy than that, I honestly can't think of anything. Forbidden donut. Andy Garcia says, forbidden donut. Exactly. I'm thinking of the episode, the Halloween episode where Homer's time traveling and he thinks everything's perfect. And he's like, okay, family, they're rich and everything. And he's like, okay, could somebody pass me a donut? And Lisa's like, what's a donut? Or Marge is like, what's a donut? And Homer freaks out. He realizes donuts don't exist in this timeline. So he immediately leaves and runs off without doing any further research. And, you would think that's a reasonable thing for him to do. But a few seconds after he leaves, it starts raining. And Lisa or somebody's like, oh, pity, it's raining again. And of course, the rain are strawberry donuts. So had he waited a little longer, he surely would have stayed, because literally strawberry donuts fall from the sky by the hundreds during quote unquote rain. So I don't know what the lesson is. I guess the lesson they were trying to teach us is before you run away from a new timeline, you should really investigate it fully before you undo the timeline. I'll tell you, on Friday, I was feeling so good. I was actually exercising. I was exercising on my own. And I was like, oh, good. I can't wait. I was feeling good. Everything told me, by, 2 or 3 days, things were going to be good. I had my appetite back. Everything was looking up. And then 2 days later, everything's gone to shit. I can't eat. Yeah, things will get better, I'm sure. I'm sure 3 days, 4 days from now, I imagine I'll be back in a good place. But at the moment, it's hard. It's hard to see how we're going to get past this, but we will. We always do. I have made some contact with a company that they're going to provide nursing help in the house. That will be a big help to Mama Pray and I and everybody. So that will make our lives easier. Ideally, I would have been able to take care of the tooth a week later after we got all this set up, but apparently everything's this week was just going to be one of those weeks set up from months ago that everything is going to come up this week. So we got to get through it, but it'll be what it will be. Dear Bob, did you enjoy the Barbie movie? I did too. Salty. I did not see the Barbie movie. I did not see Oppenheimer. I will see Oppenheimer eventually. I watched the Red Letter Media review of Oppenheimer, and I'm a little. I'm not too happy with it. I don't know. It might be. Maybe they're giving it a bum rap. I'd have to see it myself, but I don't know. Oppenheimer might not be the movie I thought it was going to be. I will tell you, though, for anybody who wants to know more about the Manhattan Project, there was a TV show called Manhattan that aired for 2 seasons back in like 2014 or so on WGN network. I don't know if it's streaming or where you could find it, but if you do like an IMDb search for a TV show called Manhattan, it was only 2 seasons. It was well worth the watch. And it's if you can't watch Oppenheimer at the time being, it's totally worth it to get your atomic bomb fill. It was just called Manhattan. The project was called the Manhattan Project. The TV show was just called Manhattan. So it'll get you through waiting for Oppenheimer. Dear Bob, did you enjoy the Oppenheimer movie? I thought it was a bomb. Rock solid. Again, I doubt that's rock solid, but I did not see Oppenheimer. Although I see the pun. The Random Menace says it would be interesting to see how distant relatives we are. I think you would find a common relative no further than the 18th century. Possible. Jedi Bill says, hey, LDG, can your AI figure out how to get the kissing down? I read that. And Lazona K says, LDG is still trying to get AI to win him the lottery. Yeah. Resolute Germ says they have those pink donuts, I assume, the Homer Simpson donuts, at 7-Eleven, and they suck. Wow. I've never considered buying donuts from a 7-Eleven. I mean, in where we live, yeah, I don't buy any food. I don't buy any food from a 7-Eleven. No cooked food. But there's a Dunkin' Donuts literally probably within, an eighth of a mile of any 7-Eleven. So I want a donut, I would just go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Walk in this case.
Or order it from Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, there's easily 2 or 3 Dunkin' Donuts that we would be in delivery range of. And probably 3 7-Elevens also. Resolute Germ says, no gouch. I'm disappointed in you, Bird. What's gouch? Oh, a word? Andy Garcia says, bad cop, no donut. Words and Pictures says, Homer Simpson's pink donut is the one ring to rule them all. Last Son of K says, when it rains, it pours. And when it doesn't for a while. It's the way life goes sometimes. It is indeed. Joseph Dredd says, I'm not going to see the Barbie movie. Lol. I can't imagine most people will. Last Son of K says, there are way better docs on the Manhattan Project than Oppenheimer is a film. And Joseph Dredd says, the Manhattan TV series is free on Tubi. Then that's awesome, guys. Check out Manhattan, the TV series on Tubi. Steve Santo. Hey, Steve. Good friend from a different time in my life, different part of life. Says they are already expecting record crowds for the Trinity site open house in October due to Oppenheimer film drawing more interest. I can believe that. I mean, it's definitely going to draw an interest. Miss Londell says, just rent Fat Man and Little Boy. I know what you're saying, Miss Londell, but that's a dangerous title to tell people to rent. Dr. Scotty says, I only get sushi from 7-Eleven. Oh. Cody Guy waves. Welcome, Cody Guy. Yeah, well, Dr. Scotty, it was nice knowing you.
Where did you live?
Mama probably wants to know where you live. I assume to send flowers. Yeah, obviously, there's no decent 7-Eleven, Mama Frank. There's no 7-Eleven that you should ever order sushi from. Even on the Vegas Strip, don't order sushi from 7-Eleven. Positive Candor, Kapla Positive Candor, says, hello, Barbie O'Prey. Oh, Barbie O'Prey. I was gonna remind people to check out your 15 minutes of positivity. Last on the case is, wow, Dr. Scotty, you trust convenience store sushi. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Dr. Scotty says he only likes it when it's on discount. And Dr. Scotty's in Napa, California. Maybe you guys have better 7-Eleven. Miss Lundell says, Fat Man and Little Boy is the name of the movie about the Manhattan Project. I understand, Mr. Lundell. I get it. But just because I get it doesn't mean everyone gets it. And in this topsy crazy world of ours, just because somebody's not smart enough to get it, it still doesn't mean that you can ignore it and laugh it off and say, well, it's not my problem that you don't know what I'm talking about. Because eventually they will make it your problem. And then what are you going to do? You're going to say, laugh it, and they'll say, well, now you're in jail. You're in jail for making fun of it. And you'll be like, what? I'm not the one on trial here. And I'll be like, yes, you were. And you're guilty. Like, but I didn't do anything. Doesn't matter. It's for the children. If we can save even one child by putting you away, then that's what we're going to do. Last on the K says nothing is better in California, not with that messed up state government. Probably true.
Oh, I didn't.
Dr. Scotty says, man, you got that right. I'm counting down the days to escape from California. Yeah, Mama Bray says, don't escape to New York. Top stories. Israel passes law to limit Supreme Court power. Yeah, Israel, not us. New York City may experience first summer heat wave this week. I feel like we've had it, but fine. Man jumps off Carnival cruise ship heading to Florida, officials say. Gizmodo, Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks crossover is more than a gag. Really? Let's see. Those old scientists deftly marries two Star Trek shows together with some fascinating ideas and mandatory crossover fun. So my problem, and I did watch those old scientists. My main problem with the episode, it was boring. It was just a poorly written, shitty episode. Okay, maybe not shitty. It was a boring, meh episode. Oh my God, Steve Santo with a $20 super chat.
Scanning.
And look at that.
Negative
Look at that beautiful Jeep in his profile picture. Says, have a good week, Bird. Take care. Thank you so much, Steve. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you're well. It is greatly appreciated. Positive Candace says, Kapla from Stovacor. Why do you keep saying from Stovacor? Don't get me wrong. One day I will take my place in Stovacor, but I am not in a rush. I am not in a rush. Jedi Bill says, do you watch any of Shark Week? No, not in a long time, Jedi Bill. Not in a long time. So crossovers are hard. The balance of time, fandom, winking, wish list, and the need to have things that's actually a matter to your characters can make smashing together heroes from across a franchise a challenge Star Trek hasn't been afraid to rise up to in the past. And it's good then that Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks collaboration is a successful balancing act that represents Trek at its best. It's Trek at its bare minimum. Okay, you got a plot that isn't offensive, but it's so fucking boring. It is ridiculously boring. And it's like the least amount of work somebody had to do to put together the script. That's what we got. Like, why do they accept he is who he is? Why do they allow him to have free control over the ship? None of that makes any sense. And then when Mariner comes, again, nobody blinks an eye. I did not see the musical preview of Space Rhapsody, Subspace Rhapsody, Positive Candor. I'm aware musical episodes, and I'm not against the idea of a musical episode. I know they're fun. They can be fun for the cast, fun for the crew, fun for the viewers, fun for the fans. I don't see how it would work in Star Trek, but to be honest, maybe a musical episode is better than an episode where they betray canon anyway. So I will. No, I would not. I wouldn't vote for a musical episode. I wouldn't choose to waste time creating a musical episode. But if somebody else did it, I'm not going to complain about it yet. We'll see. Do I think it'll be good? No. But I'll give it a chance. Maybe. Last on the case is poorly written, shitty meh episode. Sounds like everything from Kurtzman. Actually, most stuff from Kurtzman has been worse, I would say. Most stuff from Kurtzman has been actively bad. This was just boring. Positive Candor, so they bet those idiots already say that the Strange New Worlds Lower Decks crossover is the best one of all time. Yeah, they have. They've said that, and it's so stupid. Especially when Trials and Tribulations is absolutely, without a doubt, by far, the best Star Trek crossover ever done. And ever will be done. And last on the case is God, Ensign Uhura is too inept to be on the Enterprise. I agree. Miss Lundell says, musical track is an abomination before the eyes of Roddenberry. You know, I don't think Roddenberry would hate a musical episode. Not if he got a few, if he got a percentage of the proceeds, he'd be fine with it. Those old scientists released almost a whole week early to the audience last night as a San Diego Comic-Con celebration. Already had a lot of tricky hoops to jump through. Yeah. Well, what it didn't do was set up Pike going into Lower Decks, unless they just meant how he was drawn. But I think there'll still be more. You know, I guess why would there have been, I don't know. I'm not going to get into spoilers, but it was a boring episode. That's my take. Random Menace says, I like the episode actually very much. There was nothing offensive about it, but I just found it, like Random Menace, like the portal to go back in time. It's like there's not that nobody even thought to have a reason. It's like, oh, let's just do a generic time portal. No backstory, no forward story, just generic time portal, low on energy, can only make a couple more transfers, and then it's got to be recharged. The Last Son of Case is absolutely Bird. Trials and Tribulations is awesome. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. And I mean, look at Boimler. Boimler in Lower Decks is supposed to be, my guess, 17, 18 years old, maybe. You know, somewhere along those lines. Jack Quaid, the actor, is almost 40 years old. Okay? He's over double the age. Easily double. Well above double the age of the character on screen. And they did nothing to make him look younger, except maybe give him some purple tinted hair. I don't mind the guy's 40 years old. I'm 44. It really doesn't bother me. But you can't just make him play a fucking 18-year-old without giving him the slightest bit of makeup or de-aging or something. Continue reading. Really, it keeps going on? I guess it does. Well, that's way too long. Texas, the governor tells Biden, see you in court. Arizona Attorney General warns of rights forfeited by sending kids to private schools. From Twitter to X, Elon Musk begins erasing an iconic internet brand. Okay. I'm calling it now. By next Monday, it's going to be back to being called Twitter. Okay? If it's not, bring it up. Bring it up. I think it'll be back to Twitter within a week.
What is it called now?
Now it's called X. Our Attorney General warns of rights forfeited by sending kids to private schools. He's sounding the alarm for families considering using the state's Empower scholarship accounts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to send my kid to public school so that maybe I'll get a scholarship.
Meyer says she and her office wants to make sure families and their children are not discriminated against. Families should not be denied admission or kicked out of private schools because of a child's disabilities. Any school that accepts ESA funds is not required to alter its creed, practices, admissions policy, or curriculum, as codified in state law. So because many private schools have policies that are illegal in public schools, Mays and her office encourage families to know their rights before leaving the public school system. Whatever. Wildfires rage in Greece. That's terrible. School gym collapses in China, killing 11. Terrible. Mega Millions jackpot is now 820 million. It's terrible. Needs to be more. Fucking earbuds. Earbuds are not news. I don't care who putting them out. Sony unveils long-awaited WF-1000 X5M earbuds with heavy-duty ANC 360-degree audio. That's just an advertisement. Ubisoft clarifies it won't delete game libraries due to game inactivity. PlayStation 5 handheld looks even goofier than expected in Link. Ubisoft clarifies it won't delete game libraries due to game inactivity after fan panic. Publisher clarifies its account deletion policy only applies to accounts with no purchased games. So over the weekend, fans of Ubisoft games underwent a minor panic as rumors spread that Ubisoft might spontaneously delete inactive Ubisoft accounts, permanently destroying digital game libraries if the users aren't logging in often enough. However, they now clarified this is false, and users' game libraries are safe, even if their accounts are inactive. So, okay, well, I mean, eventually they probably will delete accounts that have been inactive. Let's see. Google's salary data leak shows staggering salaries of engineers, managers, and others. Here's how much they earned in 2022. Secure your phone. The highest paid software engineer in the data set was a level 7 employee earning a base salary of $750,000. and $18,000 a year. And Google employees' earnings encompass more than just base salaries. They also include equity options and bonuses. A leaked spreadsheet from Alphabet Inc.'s Google revealed salary data for more than 12,000 US-based employees in 2022. The data disclosed the tech giant's highest earners were software engineers, with base salaries reaching $718,000. According to a report by Insider, leaked data showed correlation between employees' tenure at the company and their salary levels, with longer-term, higher-level positions generally had higher salaries. Oh my God, what a surprise. For instance, the highest paid software engineer was a level 7 employee earning a base salary of $718,000. On the other hand, most software engineers listed reported base salaries ranging from $100,000 to $375,000. The report noted that Google employees' earnings encompass more than just base salaries. The maximum equity they could receive in 2022 amounted to $1.5 million for software engineers. Here's a further breakdown of what Google paid their employees in various departments. Top 10 highest base salaries. Highest software engineer, again, $718,000. Highest engineering manager, aka software engineering, $400,000. The highest enterprise direct salesperson, $377,000. I love it. I love it. I love Google. The highest paid legal corporate counsel, $320,000. So you had software engineers, engineering managers, and even salesmen making more than your lawyers. And you had sales strategy and making the same amount at $320,000, so equal to your lawyers. User interface design, $315,000. Government affairs and public policy, $312,000. Okay, those people are overpaid. Research scientist, $309,000. Cloud sales, $302,000. And program managers at $300,000. Base salaries for sales jobs, enterprise direct, again, sales strategy, cloud, sales product specialist, $240,000, enterprise sales engineers, $226,000, enterprise sales engineer specialist, $212,000, account executives, $211,000, account managers, $209,000, sales web solutions engineer, $206,000, and a media account specialist, $160,000. Business jobs topped out at $268,000. Business salaries for technical roles, again, topped at $282,000. And the lowest paid salary on here, technical operations. Granted, the lowest paid top salary was a technical operations for $113,000. $113,600. Interesting. I say I do it like at least Google is paying money to the people doing the work. And you know what I did not see listed as the highest paid? Diversity. No diversity officer or bullshit like that. I'm sure they have one, but they're not getting the big bucks. I mean, I'm sure they're getting big bucks compared to what they'd be making at McDonald's, which is the only other, work they're probably cut out to do. But they're not getting paid a lot compared to other people in Google. Last on the case says the governor of Texas could tell Dementia Joe to wipe himself, and Joe would forget in 5 minutes. The random minute says a storm is coming. The skies on CCTV look like a Stranger Things. It's almost midnight here, so it's infrared black and the Twilight Zone feeling. Sorry to hear that, Random Menace. Hopefully it is just a regular storm and not, Chernobyl 2.0. Good luck. Last on the case is not surprised by salaries. Google pays out the butt to people who sit on their butts pretending to do work. We know the algorithm does the actual work. Random Menace would take an even 100K. Well, this is why YouTube Plus is raising their cost. I guess that's why. YouTube Premium is going up. Last on the case is Google hired the twit Musk, fired for doing nothing at Twitter. And last on the case is F, expensive aged wine on tap and spending hours on roof drinking wine and getting suntan. BS. Resolute says base pay is a lie. Management and sales often paid in stock options. So let's see, what does the PlayStation 5 handheld look like? Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. Here's a picture. There's a PlayStation 5 handheld. I don't know. I don't think I'm too interested in that. Anyway, guys, let me get going. I wanted to make a stream. I knew it wasn't going to be particularly long today. It's a busy week. I'm not sure when I'll be back on. I'll try to be around when I can. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you guys for the super chats, the donations, and all that stuff. I greatly appreciate it. And, a week from now, hopefully everything is looking up. And, maybe in just a couple days. You never know. You never know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Please keep yours crossed as well. And when there's more to update, I will update. You are welcome, Jedi Bill, Kapla, Random Menace, Michael Sullivan, Kapla. Hey, Alberta Prey, always praying for you. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Captain Fandom Nerd says, thanks for the stream. Thank you, Captain. Thank you. And Resolute Germ says, looks like a Switch had a bastard kid with a PSP. Might be. It might be. Okay, guys. Cut, plot, all. Bird out.